Hello, my name is Marc Rochard from Chateau Musar, and this video will deal with different openers, corkscrews, and which ones work best. We'll be opening 3 bottles, one of 10 years, one of 20 years, and one of more than 50 years. Looking at the different openers available, you have this typical opener. The issue here is that although it will work very well with younger corks, when you look at the shape of the coil, you see a coil that has a center axis and then some winding around it. The issue with this type of coil is that it does not grab as much as possible of the cork in order to pull it out. It only grabs the center, and therefore it risks destroying the center of the cork and not pulling it out completely. An ideal shape for a coil is a coil that is a little bit rounder. When you're inserting your coil into the bottle, you can see that the coil has gone deeper than the cork, and that is because you have a lever effect here in the middle. On an older version, where you do not have 2 steps for the lever but only 1, you can realize that the coil only gets to the bottom of the cork, not even, and therefore you risk breaking the bottom of the cork as you're extracting it from the bottle. Now we're going to open a 10-year-old bottle of wine with a regular corkscrew. So the first thing to do is insert the tip of the corkscrew into the bottle at an angle, and then gradually put it into the middle and then screw it inside. Don't insert just half of the coil, but literally go as far as possible. And then use the lever effect to pull out the cork. Once you reach almost the end of the cork, you do not want to wiggle it to try to extract the bottom part because it might break it. Ideally, what you want to do is hold with 2 fingers the whole cork and then pull it out firmly. Now we're opening a bottle of 1998 vintage, so a 20-year-old wine. Typically the risk with bottles that are beyond 15 or almost 20 years of age is that the cork will either get stuck to the glass and therefore you'll have trouble extracting the cork, or with age the corks get a bit less elastic and they have a bigger risk of breaking as you're taking them out. As a result, we use prongs. These types of openers are extremely practical for 20-year-old vintages or older because they have the ability to extract the cork with a limited risk of breaking them. So you would start by inserting the longer blade on one side, then inserting the second blade on the other side. What you don't want to do is push down, because then the risk is that the cork will be pushed down into the bottle. Instead, you're going to wiggle left and right and insert each blade on its own. So left, right, left, right, left, right, until you reach the bottom. Once you're at the bottom, you just turn and pull out at the same time. At the end, you just hold the whole cork and pull it out. So now we're going to open a slightly older bottle. Here it's a 66, so we're more than 50 years of age. And we're going to apply 2 techniques together, which is the most efficient way to extract the cork without breaking it. We're going to start by using a regular opener. So here, as usual, I have to assess the cork. If it's a wet cork, it means it's more likely to go down into the bottle. In this case, the cork is fine. So I just insert the tip at a 45-degree angle, slightly push down to insert the coil. And then at this stage, ideally what you want to do is you want to put your finger on the coil and push to the side so that the cork gets as tight as possible against the glass while you're turning. What it does is it avoids the cork going down into the bottle. So I just introduce the screw till the end. What you can do is try to extract it the normal way, but here I'm going to show another technique where you actually go and use a prong at the same time. So the corkscrew has allowed to secure the cork, and now I insert my two blades, one on each side. I'm not straddling the corkscrew, I'm just putting it to the side. So one on this side here, and one on the other side. And now, it's going to be a little bit difficult, but I'm going to insert the prongs to the side, ideally as deep as possible, and then I've managed to extract the cork. It's an old cork. This is in a relatively good shape. But the issue, obviously, is that if I had tried to open it just using the corkscrew, it might have broken. If you found this video interesting, please share it with friends of yours who might open all the bottles. You can also find a full tutorial on a PDF document on our website, chateaumusar.com, or on our social media pages on YouTube and on Facebook, Instagram as well. Thank you very much.